you would be planning to achieve in which way. Don't have any kind of shortcuts in life. Shortcuts might be giving you an edge for a time being. Eventually you would get caught up with your wrongs. So I advise you, I request you, don't cut short. Don't try to take shortcuts in life. Face the hardships, face the difficulties, and you would be a better person. Society has so many intellectuals, so many capable people. And you know about the first father of nuclear bomb, Oppenheimer. Technology and innovation should have a human face. We should have empathy. And Oppenheimer, after blasting the first nuclear bomb, he said, "We have unleashed death. I have become the death merchant." And that kind of technology will never make us happy. It is about a simple invention, a simple app which would better lives. For example, in recent times, we know about Steve Jobs. He's the greatest modern day innovator. His Apple is one of the most valuable companies on the planet with a line of products from Apple laptops to iPods and iPhones. Apple products are tech savvy, classy, and comes with great features. If you had iPhone 13 last year, this year you had to buy the next one, and next year, and so on. But the key question to ask is, how many Indians can afford the latest iPhone? How many people in the world can afford iPhone? Not even 5% of the world can afford Apple products. But thousands of techies in global giant like Apple spend 90% of its R&D and time for that niche 2 to 3% of world population. But what I would prefer is, I'll never say Steve Jobs kind of entrepreneurs are not needed, but they're needed. But I would like to share one more story of how many of you would be knowing this story. It's Dr. Dilip Mahlanabis during the 1971 Liberation War. Over 10 million people from nearby areas of present-day Bangladesh entered into India as refugees. A massive cholera epidemic started in the refugee camps. There were hardly any medicines or trained staff or doctors. Dr. Dilip Mahlanabis deployed the ORS therapy, which is known as oral rehydration solution, even before it was given approval by the authorities. Even though the doctor took the flak, this timely intervention saved millions of people, and thanks to his ORS therapy. It saved 5 crores lives globally. Today, all the 190 plus countries use ORS. The Lancet journal called the ORS therapy as the greatest discovery of 20th century. In fact, he never patented. That's what I'm trying to say. His brilliance, his intelligence, his intellectual prowess. He never in spite having everything, but he never patented his therapy and did not exploit it for a commercial purpose. At the age of 87 years, the great human being passed away last year and was awarded the Padma Vibhushan by the government of India. Even today, 24/7, 365 days, his innovation saves millions of people all over the world. So my advice is to all the graduates, gonna be graduates, here is to think about ideas and innovation that are simple, successful, sustainable, scalable, and work on tech that improves social mobility and reduces inequalities. So admire and adore Steve Jobs, but find your own Dilip Mahlanabis in you. Besides all the jars, gloss, and shiny glitz, what's more important is not the tech, but the impact which is going to cause to your fellow human being. And you think about Nikola Tesla. He had 300 inventions, but he never patented. He gave all his patent rights. and he believes that it belongs to the world. And I look at very heroes not from on silver screen. Don't look at me and don't adore me, but adore the people who made you to come here. A teacher in a school, a teacher in a college, a professor who taught you something. Maybe heroes are good to be entertained. Even including me, I'm saying, I'm okay to be entertained. But you have to look at the heroes who are around you. Maybe from your parents' side. That's what I believe in. In Telugu, one of the maybe students from rest of India might find it interesting and why people are shouting when I'm drinking water. Maybe they like it, that's why.
It's loud, that's why.
So Nicholas Tesla. So we have to look at heroes around. If you look at a simple man called Dasarath Manji, if you look at all these kind of people, I think of a Telugu poet, a revolutionary poet, who has inspired many people to serve people who are away from development, underdevelopment, that kind of people he had influence. His name is Sri Sri. And he says, Taj Mahal Nirmananiki Rallittina Koolile. So why I'm saying this is, how many people, how much of hard work went in building up Taj Mahal? That's what he questions, a rhetorical question. So in the same way, you should think about how many people had made you to come to NIT. How many people must have made their contribution to be what you are today? So it's a time to pay back. Once you achieve something, it's a time to pay back. I'll share an example from my own life. I did around 5 to 7 films. I'm a mad, committed patriot. I'm in love with my nation. I'm in love with my linguistic differences. I'm in love with our country's cultural identities. With all this, I want to do something. When I grow up, I want to do some kind of contribution to my nation. But I was very disappointed the way society and politics function. So by the time I did a film called Kushi, I was very disappointed and depressed. I thought, I want to do something for my nation, for my society. And I said, sad man, I can't do any damn thing. All the development, all the change happens in cinema. Even if I want to do something, a little trivial help to someone, there's so many obstacles. Whatever the system doesn't allow me to do. I was so tired, I was so irritated with my own self and the society around me. And like anyone else, even I was also blaming the society. And I said I want to migrate to New Zealand. I shot my few songs in New Zealand for Kushi film. I like that country. I want to migrate to that country. And if you pay somewhere around 50 lakhs to 1 crore, you could migrate that point of time. I don't know right now how is the procedure. I got my immigration papers, and I kept it for 1 month. Every day I look, I want to put a signature, I want to send it, I want to leave this country. And only I'll come for work, because the reason is, and I'm the same guy with my kind of anthem. I said, ye mera jahan, ye mera ghar, ye mera ashya, ye meri dunya. And I was the one with such a fervor and commitment. I got it written and I performed, but I'm the same guy who wanted to migrate. And something asked me inside, it is the society who made you for what you are. And today you're seeking your selfishness. After making a name, you want to run away from your responsibilities. And my conscience killed me. So I tore the papers. I stayed within my country, and I'm serving my country within my own way. నా దేశం అనుకున్నాను, పారిపోలేదు, న్యూజిలాండ్కి వెళ్ళలేదు. కష్టమో నష్టమో నా దేశంలోనే ఉండాలని నేను అనుకున్నాను, పారిపోలేదు. I want to serve. So my thought is, it's about how many people made me, how much hard work went in making a film or doing something, got me educated, my parents and everything. It is this nation, this society which gave me all this. So I decided that I would never run away from this nation. Even, I'm not saying all the people who have gone abroad or something, I'm not saying they're wrong, but there are a lot of people who want to come and contribute to our nation. You all dream, one day I want whatever the brain drain went to other countries, one day in the some form, I want them to create such kind of atmosphere in our country where they would come and contribute and make where they would contribute to become this country as a superpower. That's what I believe in, and I request you all, today what I'm sharing with you is, you are the future. And you have to take responsibility for your own life. You don't try to run away. Idi me taram idi. Whatever I'm doing today, I started around 2 decades back. I said I made some money, I made a name, and I just don't want to confine myself for my comforts. Na sukalu, na saukyalu kadu. Kastalu oka Nalgondalo, ekkado maru moola, in a nook and corner of a district in our Telangana. When they were going through fluoride issues, I said I want to contribute, I want to do something. Somewhere in Adilabad, Tanda, when there is no drinking water, I want to do my bit part. But why I have chosen politics is to serve more. I'm not interested in money, I'm not interested in fame, I'm not interested in giving autographs. I'm not interested, I'm interested only to serve the nation. I feel it is my payback, it is my gratitude, because this country, not this is what my country has given me. I want to make sure in my lifetime I'll pay back. They say, with all your intellectual abilities, why I said Leonardo da Vinci in the beginning, Leonardo da Vinci or Nikola Tesla, apart from their intellectual prowess and abilities and skills, they're physically very strong people. And it is like, as a Roman poet said, a sound mind in a sound body. Don't confine yourself only to intellectual stimulation. Physically, you have to be damn fit. Physically, you have to be strong. I urge you to become intellectual warriors. Intellectually, you have to be very strong, and physically also one should be strong. And that's the reason why I went for martial arts, is to make myself strong. It is not to hit people, it is not to abuse somebody, but to defend myself at the same time, to have a very strong physical discipline, which will have some kind of holistic development would be there in me if I practice any martial arts. And you won't be cruel. If you know how to defend yourself, your violence quotient would be very, very minimal. And apart from that, never stop learning. Books are the training weights of the mind. Never stop learning. Even till today. In fact, I was sharing with one of your students, a former student. I used to read a lot of physics and mathematics books. Even I still keep ordering books. Even I keep on reading about calculus, algebra. Not that I understand a lot, but I keep on learning because I had given up somewhere intermediate. Still I try to learn algebra. Still I keep learning calculus. But the most beautiful thing is, I keep on learning physics and about Douglas Hofstadter wrote a book called The Eternal Golden Ray. It's about, the reason is, though I don't understand that much, but I keep on learning, it's because it keeps on stimulating my mind. And it limits me. Maybe I might be, if I go onto the roads, maybe I might be getting lakhs of people, great encouragement, great love, which makes me egoistic. It could have made me egoistic if I would not be learning. The reason I keep on learning different subjects is it teaches me humility. A subject which you don't know, a subject which you're not aware of, if you keep learning, what happens is you calm down yourself. I said I don't know something. If you assume only this is me, maybe because if I go out, lakhs of people might be appreciating me, I said I won't take it seriously. What I would take seriously is I am ignorant. I don't know much because I don't know this. I don't know about algebra. I don't know about calculus. I don't know much about physics. So most of the people, you have to have a whole brain development. Even for example, my friend, the director, Mr. Trivikram Srinivas also. So you have to understand in the film industry, there are a lot of brilliant people are there. They're highly educated. Mr. Trivikram Srinivas he graduated from Andhra University in nuclear physics. He was a university gold medalist, but he has chosen his films to be carried as a career. So arts and science can go together. Even if you look at James Cameron, he was an engineer. So all these things makes you somewhere you should understand the integrating science and humanities together. That makes you a far superior achiever. Till to date, though I come from the humanities background, I keep on learning sciences, I keep on understanding technology, I keep on updating myself on multiple subjects. So never stop exploring this. You're learning in a comprehensive way. When you want to learn something, long back I read a book called Super Learning. So anything you want to learn, it is a 10,000 hour job. At one point of time I was scared to face crowds and never used to. నేను ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఇంట్లో నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చేవాడిని కాదు. భయం నాకు 10 మందిని చూస్తే సిగ్గుతో లోపలికి వెళ్ళిపోయాడు. నా అభిప్రాయం చెప్దామంటే భయం నాకు. ఇది బాగలేదని చెప్దామంటే భయం. I was continuously scared of everyone to express myself. Though I was reading a lot, I was absorbing a lot, I used to practice a lot, but I was scared. But I keep on conquering my fear. It's about all of you must be developing your intellectual muscle and mental muscle. You also should develop a muscle of courage. Unless you keep on practicing it, ధైర్యం మనం 6-pack చేస్తాం, 8-pack ఇంకా హెవీ కండలు పెంచుతాం కానీ we forget to pump up the courage. గుండె బలాన్ని కూడా పెంచాలి మనం. So you have to strengthen apart from your mental muscle, you have to pump up your muscle of courage. So never try to take any bold decision irrespective of failure. That's how you keep on growing. And as you keep growing, we are segregating. I feel extremely good. So it's about 10,000 hour rule. Anything you want to learn in life, you can learn. But you have to give sufficient amount of time. It is minimum at 10,000 hours to get a mastery over it. So what I did was I used to keep on imagining myself that I would be speaking to lakhs of people. That's the only dream I had. And I want to say something without fearless. భయం లేకుండా ఎలా మాట్లాడాలి, భయం లేకుండా ఎవరినైనా ఒక తప్పు జరిగితే ఎలా ఎదుర్కోవాలి. దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ హ్యాడ్ ప్రాక్టీస్. I took responsibility and I had faced. And it is very essential when something is happening right in front of you, some mistake is happening in front of you, take responsibility. And when you face something, when you go through such and certain situations, for example, I used to get like everyone else. Once I was shooting a film called Toli Prema. Right in front of my eyes, someone met with an accident. There was a biker. He collided with some four-wheeler, and he fell down. So entire body he was bleeding. And most of the people were looking at him. And they gathered around, including my own shooting crew. They gathered around him, and everyone were having an opinion, but no one is taking charge. I was supposed to get into the shot. I was having a white shirt and the black trousers. I have forgotten everything. I lifted him, put him in the car, and taken him to hospital. I said, how did you shoot him? First, I want to save this man's life. What I'm saying is, sometimes in the process of achieving, we tend to overlook what is happening around us. I always made a choice. My success can stay, but this man's life should be saved. So I have taken a choice where to stand someone who is losing, the verge of losing their life. So most of the time, this is how you pump up your muscle of courage, pump up your muscle of responsibility. As you keep doing it only, you'll become a better human being. So that one thing I would like to share with you from my life. The second would be is, especially for the younger students, you came from different states of India, our country. You must have come from Assam, Delhi, Rajasthan, Nagaland, Chhattisgarh, from different southern states, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. And it is about, we all have cultural differences, we all have linguistic differences. We all have linguistic differences. We all have cultural differences. Let us not forget, what unites is Bharatiyata. Mana Bharatiyata ani ekatve manandani kalipunchi. No matter whether what you are, who you are, whether you are Tamilian, Tamil irikalam, whether you could be Tamilian, you could be Kannadiga, no matter who you are, whoever you are, we are all Indians first. Bharatiyata is the one which holds us, which binds us. So the only reason is, and especially in college campuses, you will have many political ideologies, not just one. Different isms are there. But in the process of isms, in the pursuit of isms, never lose the focus of your humanism. మానవత్వాన్ని ఇజంలో పడిపోయి, రకరకాల ఇజాల్లో పడిపోయి, మానవత్వం అనే ఇజంని మటుకు దయచేసి మనం మర్చిపోకూడదు. And most of your, all of your science students and science and technology students, you understand the concept of Venn diagram. The Venn diagram is all about three circles. No matter they look different, they have different data on each circle, but there is a common intersection point. So think about it. No matter you with your bitterest enemies, with your bitter rivals, always try to find a commonality and common minimum ground where you could come together and work together. So in that way, take inspiration from a Venn diagram, which would have been taught at your school level. So take the inspiration from a Venn diagram where we can be united no matter how many different diversified ideologies we might be going through, but we can come together at a common minimum intersection point. So that's how I can tell you about in a Venn diagram. So my final words would be, I'd like to say, మనుషులందరూ మాట్లాడే భాషల ప్రకారం విడిపోయి ఉన్నారు, ఉండే దేశాల ప్రకారం విడిపోయి ఉన్నాం, ఆడ మగ తేడాలుగా విడిపోయి ఉన్నాం, పెద్ద చిన్న వయసుల వారిగా విడిపోయి ఉన్నాం, ఆర్ట్స్ సైన్స్ అని గ్రూపులుగా విడిపోయి ఉన్నాం, ఇంజనీరింగ్ బ్రాంచ్లు మెకానిక్ కెమికల్ కంప్యూటర్స్ అని విడిపోయి ఉన్నాం, ఆర్టిస్టులని ఐటీ అని ఇంజనీర్ అని టెక్ అని వృత్తుల వారిగా విడిపోయాం. కానీ మనందరినీ ఈ రోజున కలిపి తీసుకొచ్చింది మనలోని కళాత్మక గుణం, దిస్ ఆర్టిస్టిక్ ఫెస్టివల్. ఎంతోమందిని వివిధ దేశాల నుంచి, వివిధ రాష్ట్రాల నుంచి వచ్చిన వారిని, వివిధ వృత్తుల వారిని ఆడ మగ తేడా లేకుండా వివిధ భాషల వారికి ఒకే గూటికి తీసుకొచ్చిన వేదిక ఈ స్ప్రింగ్ స్ప్రీ. ఈ వేదిక మనందరి ఇక్కడ కలవడానికి కారణం మనందరిలో దాగి ఉన్న ఒక ఆర్టిస్టిక్ కోణం. సో ఆల్వేస్, యాజ్ ఐ సెడ్, art unites the humanity, and this is really proud. So my dear friends and the young beautiful minds of scientific temperament, whether it's through painting, movies, musical renditions, technological marvels, or engineering breakthroughs, we should recognize and appreciate the artists within. We're all artists in one way or another, and we need to realize that. So go out there and make your mark on the world and be proud to say, the world is my canvas, the world is my cellulite, the world is my workbench, my circuit board, the world is my operating system, my hinge and lever, the world is my guitar, my tabla and my voice. జ్ఞానం ఒక్కటి నిలిచి వెలుగును అంతా స్వర్గసుఖములన్నవి అవన్నీ వెలుసులని తెలియజేసుకుంటూ మీ అందరికీ మనస్ఫూర్తిగా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటూ ఎక్కడికి ఏ దేశం వేగినా ఎందుకు కాలిడినా ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా పొగడరాని తల్లి భూమి భారతిని మనందరినీ కలిపి ఉంచిన తల్లి భూమి భారతికి చేసేలు తెలుపుకుంటూ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటూ నాకు అవకాశాలు ఇచ్చిన ఎంఐటి పెద్దలకి పేరు పేరున ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటూ ద వరల్డ్ ఈజ్ యువర్స్, భవిష్యత్తు మీది, future is yours. I expect you, to all the students from all the nook and corner of our country, make sure you gonna decide the future of this nation. Don't give it to anybody else. You take complete control of this nation, complete control of your future, and make this country proud. And I would like to do my bit part. And Bharat Mata ki Jai Jai Telugundu, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
हिंदी में थोड़ा लाइन हिंदी
Now will present Amul Krishnan Pawan Kalyan sir.